Hello everyone, good evening. How are you? Am I audible? Good evening, Sanita. Very good evening, Shweta. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay. Then let us start our today's session. Okay. Before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Pooja and I'm your aptitude and reasoning trainer. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the reasoning topic called seating arrangement. Okay, today's topic is seating arrangement. Okay, let me share your screen. Okay, I think everyone can see my screen, right? Okay. Seating arrangement. Do you heard of this topic anywhere? Seating arrangement. Are you familiar with this word? Permutation and combination. Very good, Shweta. Yes. Likewise, as it is in a permutation and combination, in seating arrangement as well, we are discussing about the arrangement. But here, the case is quite different. How, like in permutation and combination, there is certain condition, right? Only two person are sitting together. One person should be selected. Likewise, here we have certain condition based on the question. One second. Huh. We have certain condition based on the question, and after making a arrangement, our arrangement should satisfy every condition of that question. Okay, every condition of that question must be satisfied after our arrangement. But here it is a reasoning topic. Here the question contains 5 to 6 statements. Okay, one second. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Here in seating arrangement, this contains 5 to 6 statement, and every statement will conclude for a certain arrangement. Will conclude to certain conclusion or a certain arrangement. Okay. In seating arrangement, we have three types of arrangement. The first one is linear arrangement. Linear arrangement is nothing but on a straight line, on a row or a column, queue, bench. These are the example for linear arrangement. And other than that, we have circular arrangement. And after the final type of question, which is square table arrangement. While making an arrangement, the only condition that should be keep in mind overall the concept is we should maintain equal distance. We should maintain equal distance for every person in that arrangement. Okay. Likewise, if we have 5 person in a row, then we should arrange like this. These are the 5 person should be seated like this. Then what not should be done is like this. 3 person one side, there is a long distance between one person and other person, and there is a small distance between the other person and one person. This cannot be acceptable. You should maintain the equal distance between every persons. Okay. In circular arrangement, they mostly or they always give even numbers like 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 person should be arranged around the circular table. Likewise, there should be a 4 person around the circle and there should be a 4 person in between them. This is how we should make a arrangement. This is the basic of seating arrangement. While coming to the square table arrangement, here as well we should maintain equal distance between the persons. Let me take examples of 8 person. There is a 8 person in the question and I should arrange that 8 person in this square table. Then this rule is applied and we should arrange 4 people at the midpoint of the table and 4 person at the corner of the table. Okay. This is how we should make a arrangement. Seating arrangement is nothing but a puzzle or a statements in which we should conclude the arrangement where all the conditions that are given in the question should be satisfied. Okay, this is all about seating arrangement. And moving forward, we should know the certain words which are used in seating arrangement are terms that are going to use. Maximum they use third to the right or third to the left, fourth to the right, second to the right, third to the right, third to the right. It means there should be 2 person between those person. Like A is third to the right of B. This is the statement and this statement should be arranged like this. There is B and for B, first, second and the third position of right is occupied by A. This is the statement which is going to explain me. Or I have another statement like this. Like A is 3 person away from B. This is the statement they have given. A is 3 person away from B. And this statement give a arrangement like this. A, 3 persons after that B. Or this can be also written as B, 3 person after A. This is how we should read the question carefully. That question are always given in a puzzled way. Okay, they will always puzzle a statement to make us a confusion. So read every statement thoroughly. Okay, and try to understand it. And before that, let me explain our approach. Okay, how should we solve this seating arrangement problem? What is this approach? Approach is a nothing but the point of view which we are looking for that question. Like we are all the students, we know something about seating arrangement and we have our own approach to solve this question. But there is some other student who are never heard about seating arrangement. If I give the same question for the known student and the unknown student, there is a different type of approach that they are going to use. Likewise, we need to have our own approach in which the question should be solved easily. And the approach is we should maintain reference diagram and a reference point. Okay, these are the two things, are the 2 points that we should keep in mind before solving the seating arrangement problems. Okay. Now, what is reference diagram? Reference diagram is nothing but the arrangement. We should draw a diagram how the arrangement look like. If they if in the question they ask for circular arrangement, we should draw like this. This is how our reference diagram or the question arrangement is going to look like. This is called reference diagram. Then what is reference point? Reference point is nothing but the points which we should remember. What should be remembered? The question. Like here, you have more than 4 to 5 statement, right? Going forward, we have more than 10 to 15 statements, right? We have like this. So all the statements should be read only once. Okay, you should read that statement only once and you should remember that statement. Why? Because you cannot search the same statement which you have read before, right? So you should read it once and you should remember this. And how should we remember? Like maintaining the reference point. How? Like I have shown here. A is third to the right of B. This is the statement. And this statement should be written in a form of arrangement. Like I will write like this. Third to the right of B, there is a A. And this point is much better to get remembered or to connect the other points in that given question. Okay, this is what the 2 point that we are going to use. Okay. This is all about the basic of seating arrangement. Up to this, everyone cleared? Is there any doubt? I need a confirmation from everyone. Yes, okay, thank you for the confirmation, Shweta. What about others? Okay, there is only Shweta in my class. Done. Here, let me solve one example for you. Okay. The example problem is like this. 6 persons are sitting in a row. Okay. Facing north. This is the statement I have read only once and I have understood that there is a row and in that row there are 6 persons. Okay. All are facing north. So it indicates that everyone's right and everyone's left is common or the same. Okay, this is what this statement represent. Facing north means right and left is always same for every person in that row. The row having 7 seats. Okay, the row have 7 seats. So I need to draw one more seat there. One of the seat is vacant. Okay, of course, there should be vacant seat because there is only 6 person in that row and 7 seats. So one seat is vacant. And the next statement says that T sit third to the right of M. Okay. Here I have read this statement, but I don't have the option to write in this reference diagram. Why? Because this point says that for the third to the right of M, there is T. But here I have more than one possibilities. What possibilities? Like M can be started from here. Third to the right is given for T and M can start from here. T places this. M can start here. T places this. M can start here. T places this. These are the possibilities that are expected. So we should not take that point for the reference diagram. Okay. So I have written that as a reference point here. T is third to the right of M. Who sits left of vacant seat? Who refers to the second person means M. M seat left of vacant seat. Okay, let me take that vacant seat as a square box. Okay, I will take this vacant seat, and for the left of vacant seat, there should be M is placed. L sit second to the right of T. Okay, for T, second right is occupied by L. I have continued the same point because all are facing same direction. So T is third to the right of M and L is second to the right of T. Continued 2 points. Next, neither O nor M sit at the extreme end of the row. Okay, neither O nor M sit at the extreme end of the row. That means the extreme ends, the first seat of this arrangement should never given for the M or O. So here I can start my diagram. How? From this, I have 6 people seat, right? M, T, L, 3-person, and the other 3 persons between these 3 persons. So I'm going to start my diagram in which M is seated here. In the third to the right of M, T should be seated, and after T, the second to the right of T should be given for L. Okay, I have finished this point and I have one more point which is left over. So for vacant seat, I have 3 possibilities. The 2 places between M and T and the 1 place between T and L. Why? Because in the question, they never mentioned immediately left. They mentioned just left. So left can be anywhere. These are the left of vacant seat. Okay. Now, moving to the next point. Only one person sit between K and O. Okay, I have one more point in which there is only one person sit between K and O. One person. Next, 2 persons sit between vacant seat and J. Okay, I have one more point in which there must be a 2-person between vacant and J. O sit right of vacant seat. Okay, O sit right of vacant seat. For left of vacant seat, there should be M, and for right of vacant seat, there should be O. O is not, O is sitting immediate right. Okay. O sit right of vacant seat, but not immediate right. Okay. O should be seated right of vacant, but not immediate right. What is immediate right? Immediate right means if vacant seat seated here and O should not come here. This is what the condition. Okay. So I have this much condition and I should apply these conditions here. So for the first, I start vacant seat here. Okay. I will start vacant seat here. And after this, I will take this point. There is a 2-person between vacant seat and J. So after 2-person towards the left of vacant seat, there is no place. So after 2-person towards the right of vacant, it is for J. Okay, after 2-person. So here, the only place left for O is this part, right? The only place left for O is this part. So my arrangement, what I arrange the vacant O, J are not valid. M, T and L are the constant person. They do not change their position. So I'm taking another position for vacant seat. This is the position of vacant seat. Next possible way, and after 2% towards the right of vacant, there is no place, and after 2% towards the left of vacant seat, there is a place which is occupied by J, and O should be places here so that O is to the right of vacant but not immediate right. Okay, I have satisfied these 2 points. Okay, and I have one more point left which says that there is only one person between K and O. Here, I left only one place for K. Okay, then I have written and I'm saying that this arrangement is right, correct. Why? Because in the question, they mentioned about the person, right? There is only one person between, only one person between K and O. Here, there is only one person called T. T is the only person who live between K and O, right? So I should accept this point. Okay, got it? Everyone agreed for this point? There is only one person between K and O, and that is T, and the other seat is vacant, and they are not speaking about the position, they are speaking about the person. Yes, we can't consider the vacant seat. Why should we not consider the vacant seat? Because they mentioned about the person, right? Only one person. But here, while coming to the J and vacant, where is that point? Here. Two person are seated between vacant and J, right? Here also they have spoken about two person. So we should give a two person between J and vacant, which is M and K. And they asked about the person, which is K and O. And the one person is T. Okay. And the other example we can take for the difference between the person and the position is this. T is third to the right of M. Yes, for M, T is third position, third to the right, first, second, third. We should consider the seat position as well because here they spoken about the position. But here they spoken about the only person. So we should take like this. Okay, clear? Everyone. Okay, done. Now try this simple question so that I can know how much did you understood or how much not. Okay, try this. Shweta answered M, D, F, D, B, C, A, E. Okay. Let us verify that. Here the question says that A, B, C, D, E, F are sitting in a straight line facing north. Okay, there are 6 persons. A, B, C, D, E, F. A sit third to the right of D. For third to the right of D, there is A. Neither A nor D sit at any of the extreme ends of the line. Okay. D, A should be not occupied the extreme ends position. So we have only one possibilities for D and A, which is D should be placed second position from the left end and to the third to the right of D, which should be occupied by A. This is the only possibilities. Next, C sits second to the left of E. Okay, for second left of E should be occupied by C. Next, B sits second to the right of F. For second to the right of F, there should be B. B does not sit at an extreme end of the line. Okay, B is not sitting at the extreme ends of the line. So here for F and B, I have two possibilities, right? If F is seated here, then B should seated here. If F is seated here, then B should be seated here. Why not F is seated here? Because the second to the right of F is the position in which A is seated. So for F, I have only two possibilities. In that two possibilities, I should pick only one because B is not at the any extreme end. So this is the place which should be given for F. And for the second to the right of F, this is B. And I have one more point which says that C is second to the left of E. So this is E position. Then for the second position towards left to be C. So the answer is F, D, B, C, A, E. Very good. Your answer is correct. Okay. Then let me move for the next question. Okay. There is no space to solve the question. So I will read this statement and I will delete that statement. Okay. After making a reference point. The first point is 7 persons M, T, Z, N, Y, K, and L are sitting in a row, but not necessarily in the same order. Okay. Some of them facing north and some of them facing south. Okay. Here I have two facing. Someone is facing north and the other some are facing is south. Note, facing same direction means if one is facing north, then other is also facing north. What does it mean? Same direction, right? Same direction means both are facing north or both are facing south. And after that, and vice versa, facing the opposite direction means if one is facing north, then the other is facing south and the vice versa. Okay. This is all about the introduction. So I am going to eliminate these statements. Okay. And I had remembered that statements. That statement says that there are 7 persons. Here, some of them facing north while some of them facing south, right? So there is no constant right and left. So I'm not picking any right or left turns here. Let us see the first point. The first point says that M sit at one of the extreme end. Okay, M should seated at one of the extreme end. So M has two possibilities. What's the right corner of the line? I have two possibilities. So I'm going to write two reference diagram here. Am I audible? Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Done. If any miscommunication did happen, please make a chart or you can unmute yourself and talk to me. Okay. Huh. For the first point, I have two possibilities, right? M can seated here or M can seated this extreme end. And the second point, why sit second to the left of M? Okay, for the second left of M, there should be Y, right? Based on this statement, I am going to assume the direction of M. Why? Because in the first case, if M is facing north, then there is no possible way to find his left, right? So the only direction that can M can face is south direction. Then only there is second left for M, which should be given for Y. Here, M cannot face south because if M is facing south, then there is no second position towards left of M. So, M must face north and the second position should be given for Y. Clear? I have assumed the direction of M because I have a statement of Y sits second to the left of M. Okay. Clear, everyone? Can I assume that? Yes, I should assume because the statement which are given in the question can never be wrong. Okay. And the next point, three persons sit between T and L. Okay, there must be three persons between T and L. Let me check for a possibility. I have this that can also be written as like this, right? And here, if I give the T or L position here, then the third position is won't be empty. So T or L should be given here. So after 1, 2, 3%, T or L should be placed here. Likewise, same T or L should be here. So after 3%, T or L should be placed here. Okay, clear. They told that there must be 3% between L and T. So I have written two possibilities. First, T can be started that row or L can sit in the starting of that row. Okay, so either condition. Next, L sit immediate right of N. Okay, L should sit to the immediate right of N. So L has one neighbor called N. N faces north. Okay, N facing north and towards right of N there is L. So here I can cancel out L here because I know that there is one neighbor for L which is called N. So I have no space for N. So I am cancelling this position for N and this position is given for T. After giving this position for T, L should be placed here. Okay. In this condition as well, T and L position is confirmed due to the this point because L should have a neighbor called N. Okay. T should be placed here. And here I have one more point which says that N is facing north. Okay. N facing north and his right should be always here. Right. This is N. He is facing north. Then only he have his right. And here N is facing north and he should sit here. Then only he can get right position for L. Okay. Clear? And moving to the next part. Z sit second to the right of L. Okay, for second to the right of L, the position must be occupied by Z. So here I should assume the direction of L. Why? Because if L faces north, then there is no right of L in the first case. So L should face south and the second right of L should be occupied by Z. Same here. L should face north. Then only there is second right for Z. Okay. And there is only one place left which should be given for K. Okay. Only one place is left and that place should be given for K. And moving to the next point, immediate neighbor of L faces same direction. Okay. N neighbor should face same direction, right? Like here, I have L's one neighbor who is facing north, so other neighbor should also face north. Here, one neighbor of L is facing north, so other neighbor should also face north. Same direction means both are facing north or both are facing south, right? And the next point, N and T are facing same direction to each other. Okay, N and T should face same direction. Here N is facing north. So here T should be facing north. N is facing north and T should face north. Next, immediate neighbor of Y facing opposite direction. Y neighbor should face opposite direction. Here Y's one neighbor who is T is facing north. So other neighbor should face south. And here the one neighbor of Y is facing north. So other neighbor should face south. And the next point, immediate neighbor of T facing same direction. Okay, T's immediate neighbor should face same direction. So here M is facing south. So Y should face south. Here M is facing north. So Y should face north. Okay. Here I know the position of every 7 members and I know the direction of every 7 members. And the last point, T and Y are not facing the same direction. Here T and Y should not face same direction. No, here they're facing opposite direction. Then I'm considering this position. This possibility is right. Here T and Y are facing same direction. Then this arrangement is wrong. Okay, getting it. Reference point is continued throughout the question. Two reference diagram I have maintained. Okay, at the last point, the one reference is cancelled out. In first diagram, L is facing south and K is facing south. No, why? Look at this point. Immediate neighbor of L is facing same direction. Okay, you are telling like that. No, they are speaking about neighbors, immediate neighbors, not about L. They are speaking about L neighbors who are N and K. So they both should face same direction to each other. Okay. Okay, up to this, clear? Now, I'm gonna ask you simple questions based on this arrangement. Okay, seating arrangement is always like this itself. We should make an arrangement and we should answer the given questions. Okay, let me copy this arrangement and I will paste it here. These are your questions based on this arrangement. This is M. The first question, how many persons are facing north? Now tell me the answer. How many persons are facing north? Okay, 3%. Very good. Who are those? N, T, and K. These are the 3% who are facing north here. And the second question, how many persons sit between Z and T? Only one, which is Y, right? Very good. Which of the following persons sit third to the left of Y? Third to the left of Y. Yes, L is the right answer. Shweta, Basuraj, nice attempt. Because Y is facing south and is left towards our right. So L is the right answer. Four of the following are alike in a certain way based on the given seating arrangement and thus form a group, which is the one that does not belongs to that group. I have Y, L, K, M, T. Okay, what is the common factor that I'm observing here? I think there is a mistake in option because look at this. M, Y and L facing south direction and other two K and T facing north. And based on arrangement, there is no group. Or we can mark for Y. Why? Because here M and T are the pairs who are sitting to the corner of the line and L and K are sitting to the corner of the line. So Y is the right answer. Y is the one who is not with the pair of anyone here. So I think Y is the right answer. Okay. This question, right? The last question. Four of the following, five are alike. They are telling that in this option, there is 5%. And out of this 5%, four of them form a group. Okay. Like what group? In our class or any somewhere place, there is a certain number of people who made a group. In that group, they follow certain rules or they have certain conditions in between them, right? Likewise, here as well, they should have their own condition or they should have their own position with respect to the arrangement, right? I have these 5% in the option Y, L, K, M, and T. Here I have observed that pattern. They are facing the opposite direction. Three of them facing south and two of them facing north. So this arrangement is not about the direction. And going to the seating position, I have only these possibilities in which from the left corner of the row, M and T are the two pairs. From the right corner of the row, K and L are the pairs. And there is only one person left in this group who is not paired with anybody, anyone. So I have taken him out just like a classification. Okay, then moving to the next question. There are 8 persons in a row, 4 of them facing north, while 4 of them facing south. Now, you should answer this question. Try to answer, okay? Okay, the time is over. Let me solve this question. Here they speak about 8%, right? 8%. And they gave a count of the person who are facing north and the person who are facing south. Out of 8, 4 should be facing north and other 4 should face south, but not necessarily in the same order. What do you mean by not necessarily in the same order? Is nothing but it's not about the first 4% should face north and the last 4% should face south. This is not the condition. There is 4%, random 4%. Out of this, I should choose any 4 persons. Okay. Next. H sit immediate right of A. Okay, to the immediate right of A, it should be placed. F faces north and sit fourth to the right of H. Okay, for fourth to the right of H, this place is occupied by F and F should face north direction. Next point. B is an immediate neighbor of A. Okay, there is one immediate neighbor of A which is towards right of A, right? Towards immediate right of A, that place should be occupied by H. So immediate left of A should be occupied by B. B, A, H is the arrangement. F sit one of the extreme end of the row. Okay, here I have a point in which I can start my reference diagram. Why? They told that F is sitting at the extreme end. So there is only two extreme ends. Two extreme ends here, which is the left end and the right end. And I have one more point regarding F. So F should face north and F should face north in the both the condition. Now, before moving to the next point, we should solve this point because regarding F, we have one more point, right? Which says that towards the fourth to the right of H, there is F. So I already placed F. So H should become here after 3 position. Here H should be placed. Here after 3 position, H should be faced. Right. Now, my main work to do here is I should assume or I should give a direction faces which H. Okay. I should give a direction for H here. How? Like this. I should prove that there is F towards fourth to the right of F. So in this condition, H should face south. Then only there is fourth position that is occupied by F. Here, H should face north. Then only fourth right is occupied by F. These are the condition. I have completed this condition and I have left over this point and I can't write that point here. Why? Because I have two possibilities here. A can be written here, A can be written here. Likewise here as well, A can be written in two places. So I'm not taking this point, I only completed this point. Okay, now I should move for next point in that question. Next point says that E sit second to the left of H. Okay, for second left of H, E should be placed here. H is facing north, so second left should be occupied like this. E is second to the left of H. Next point, C sits second to the right of D. Okay, let me erase it because I have no space there. C sit second to the right of D. D is placed here, second to the right of D. That place should be occupied C. Okay, 1 second. Now I can fill this point. How? Like this. Here, towards left of H, the second position is occupied by E, right? But based on this arrangement, H, A, P, 3% should always sit together because there is two immediate neighbor of A. One is H and the other is B. So A should place here. After that, B should place to the immediate neighbor of A. And here A should place here. Then B should place here to the immediate neighbor. Okay, up to this. Clear? Can you understood how I placed B and A towards right of H and why I placed everyone? Getting it or not? Or should I explain once again? Can I have a confirmation, please? Should I explain once again? Or did you understood this part? Once again. Okay. Up to this, everyone should be cleared. Right. You understood the arrangement of H, F, E. Up to this, clear? Did you understood about the position of F, H and E? Up to here. Can I take that? No, you are not. Okay. I will explain once again. No issues. Let us come from the first, but in a quick. Okay. How? In the first paragraph or in the first statements, I came to know that there are 8% and 4 of them face north and 4 of them should face south. This is what the condition. And while solving the question, I come to know that H is immediate right of A, right? I don't know the which position is A is facing. I have just taken the default direction. If A is facing north, then this is the right of A and the immediate right position should be occupied by H. And the next point says that F is facing north. Okay, F is facing north position and he set fourth to the right of H. Right. I will write this point towards first, second, third. Fourth left should be for F. This is what this point says and F should face north. And the next point says that B is immediate neighbor of A. Right. These 2 points should be merged because to the immediate right of A, there is H. And the other immediate neighbor who is B and he should come towards left of A. Right. Did you agree for this? Immediate left of A. Because the other immediate neighboring place, which is right, is occupied by H. Can I take these 2 points at the same time? Basuraju. Yes, I can make the 2 points. And here I have written like this. I have merged these 2 points. And here from this important point, I have started my reference diagram. What is this? That important point? They told that F sit at one of the extreme end, right? One of the extreme end of the row. In row, we have only 2 extreme ends, right? 8 positions. 8 position. I have only 2 extreme ends. So I have written 2 extreme ends. That's it. Here, the first extreme end is given for F. Here, the first extreme end is given for F. I am not going for this next point. E is second to the left of H because it will make a only reference point but not a reference diagram. Before moving to the next point, I should try to continue or I try to add all this reference point to the reference diagram so that I have look at this reference point. Okay, here I have placed F in the extreme end and the other point says that F is facing north direction. So I have mentioned the direction of F here. And the other point says about F, which is F should be placed fourth to the right of H, which means there should be 3% between H and F, right? Likewise, here I have taken 3% between F and H. So this is the position of H and this is the position of H. Up to this, clear? Now, did you understood why I have written H there? Yes, okay. And I have one more point here. What that point? There is specific condition. F should be third to the right of H. In this condition, if F is facing north, then there is no possible way for fourth place which should be occupied for F. So I should take the direction of H as the reference point. Here, H should face south, then only third position can be occupied by F. Here as well, F should face north, then only F can place fourth to the right of H. Okay, up to this, clear, right? And I have one more reference point which says that H should be placed right of, immediate right of A, right? I have two possibilities here. Why two possibilities? Because A can sit here. He can face north direction. Then towards immediate right of A, there is here H. If A sit here and if we face south, then this can also say that H is immediate right of A, right? I have two possibilities. I should not take that possibility in the reference diagram. So I have kept this point as it is. I have not used this point, but I have used this point. Clear? Up to this. Shall I move to the next point? Okay. Next point says that E sit second to the left of H. Okay. Here I have H position, right? Now E should be placed second to the left of him. Now he is facing south, so his second left is here. Here H is facing north, so his second left should be here. Right. This point is cleared. Next, C sit third to the right of D. So I have written this point, reference point. And after that, I have D is not an immediate neighbor of H, right? D is not an immediate neighbor. Then what? That means D has no this point. We should not keep D here. We should keep D as a neighbor of F or here or a neighbor of E, but not the immediate neighbor of H. And before moving to the next point, I can take this point here because A should be have two neighbors and that two neighbors should be B and H, right? If A is written here, then this point is not satisfied because one neighbor is H but other neighbor is E. So A should not written here. So A should be written here and the other neighbor place should be given for B. Same case here, A should be written here and immediate neighbor should be F and B. Here, A should face north, then only A to the right of A, B, H can be occupied. Here, A should face south, then only the immediate right position is occupied by H. Okay, up to this, clear? Yes. Now, moving to the next point, they told that D is not the neighbor of H, right? Now, for D, I have two positions. One is between F and B, and other is the neighbor of E. Likewise, same, F and B, this can be given for D, or this position can be given for D. But I have one more point here, which says to the right of or second to the right of D, there must be C, right? If I write D here, then there is no second right position for C. So D should not written here. So the position of D is this, and he should face north, then only the second right should be given for C. Here the same condition, D is not come between F and B because he has no second position towards his right. So D should come here, he should face south, then only he can get second position for C here. Clear? Okay, then moving to the next point. A faces same direction of S faces. Okay, A should face same direction as F. So here I have A and F facing north direction. So I can take this point as right. But here I have the opposite direction which are spaced by F and A. So if this reference diagram is wrong, so I am marking it as a wrong. Based on this point, they both should face the same direction. Next, the immediate neighbor of E facing opposite direction to E. Okay, now there is a point, important point. They're telling that immediate neighbor of E should face opposite direction to E. With respect to E, they should face opposite direction. Here, D is facing south, then the other friend or the other neighbor should also face south, then only E can face north. Got it? Can I write like this? The immediate neighbor of E facing opposite direction to E. So both of them facing south and E should face north. Yes. Okay. And the last point. B faces north direction. Okay. B is facing north direction. This is the end of the question. But still, I have one more place left, and that place should be given for G, right? G is missed in this information. So this place should be given for G. And which direction should I select? I should select south direction. Why? Because in the question they have mentioned that 4 of them facing north and 4 of them facing south. In this arrangement, already 4 of them, F, B, A, E are faced north. So remaining G should be facing south. Very good, Basraj. That's it. Okay. Now, let me ask you some question based on this arrangement. This question should be answered by yourself. Who sit fourth to the right of D? Fourth to the right of D. Welcome, Basraju. Welcome. Who sit fourth to the right of B? Look at this arrangement and answer me. Okay, I will answer myself then. E. Okay, Basraj answered E. First, second, third, fourth position is for E because B is facing north. Next question. Who sit immediate left of H? To the immediate left of H, C is sitting. Very good. How many persons sit between B and E? Between B and E, there are 3 persons who are A, H and C. And the next point. Who sit to the immediate left of? The person who sit second to the right of A. Okay, this question should be solved in the reverse order. Like first I should take who is sitting second to the right of A. Okay, to the second to the right of A, which is C. So this full statement should be replaced by C. Here, read the question once again. Who sit immediate left of the person C? Immediate left of the person C, which is E. So E is the right answer. Next, which of the following pairs sit extreme end of the row? Extreme end of the row, there is two person who is F and D. So FD is the right answer. Okay. This is all about seating arrangement. Basically, linear arrangement. Now, let us move for next type of question, which is circular arrangement. Okay, I will solve this question and I will give you one more question for your homework. Okay, one second. Let me decrease this font size. Okay. Is this visible? I have decreased the font size. Is it okay? Because so that I can get this part to solve the question. Okay, done. Thank you for the response. And here our last question. 8 persons, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, and T, are sitting around the circular table at equal distance between each other. Okay, here I should make a arrangement of 8 persons. They are seated in equal distance between each other. Next, but not necessarily in the same order. Some of them facing center, while other are facing outside. What is this facing center, outside the center? In linear arrangement, we had two direction, right? North and south. Likewise, in circular arrangement as well, we have two direction, which is facing center and which is facing away from the center. In and out, yes. One second. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. Next point. Facing inside and out. Here, R sit second to the right of Q. Okay, here I can't write in the reference diagram because I don't know the direction of Q. So I'm writing as a reference point here. Q for the second right of Q, it should be R. Next point, only 3 persons sit between R and S. Right. This statement says that 3 persons should be placed between R and S. Here, I have no need of direction. Why? Make observation. If I write R here, towards right or towards left of R after 3%, this is the position of S. Right. For S as well, here towards right or towards left of S, both 3 persons are between R and S. Right. I can write like this. I have no need of any direction of R and S here. Okay. Can I write like this? everyone. Because it's a circular table, I have no starting point and I have no ending point. Did you agree with my point, which I have written with respect to R and S? Or should I explain? Yes. Okay. Thank you for the confirmation. And moving for the next point. Next point says that T set second to the right of R. Okay, I have one more point with respect to R. Now, I should take the other reference point, reference diagram. Why? Because whenever I should answer that point, right? So I will take one more reference diagram. And here I will take two direction to R. How? Here R is facing towards the center and R is facing away from the center. Two directions. And I will take this point here. T is sitting second to the right of R. R is placed here. Second right should be placed for T. Here R is facing away from the center. So second right should be occupied by T. Okay. Assumptions, two directions. Okay. And moving to the next point, which says T faces center. Okay, T should face center in both the case. Next, R and S facing opposite directions. Okay, here R is facing towards the center. So it should face away from the center. Here R is facing away from the center. So here it should face toward the center. Because here I have only two directions, which is in and out. So I should take these two directions. Okay, opposite directions. And next point, P and S faces opposite directions. Okay, I don't know the position of P. So I am writing that point as like this. P and S facing opposite direction to each other. Next, N sit left of P. Second to the left of P. Okay. P first. Second left should be occupied by N. P is not immediate neighbor of Q. Okay, P and Q should not sit together. Now, I should take the Q position, right? Why? For the second to the right of Q, there should be R, right? For R, Q cannot be placed here. So Q should placed here. Then only second position left for R. Likewise here, Q should face, sorry, Q should place there and then only one person can between Q and R. Here Q should face toward the center. Then only he can take second position for R. Likewise here Q should face away from the center. Then only second right can be occupied by R. Agreed? Everyone up to this. Clear? I have taken Q position and its direction. Did you agree with my points? Or did you confused? Agree. Okay, done. Then moving to the next point. And the next point says that P and Q are not immediate neighbors. Then P should not sit between Q and S and between Q and R. So P have only two position. I can take both the position. And next point, only one person sitting between P and O. Okay, here I have many points to with respect to P, right? One person sit between P and O. P is not neighbor of Q and P is facing opposite direction of S. And one more point says that what second to the left of P is occupied by N, right? And I'm moving to the next point, which says that O is not neighbor of Q. Okay, very good point. Because P and O both are not neighbor of Q. So I have two position for two person. P and O should be occupied these two positions, right? I have only two position left for P and O, which is neighbor of T. So here I can take the reference point. How? If P is seated here, P should face towards the center, right? Based on this point, P and S facing opposite direction. So P should face toward the right, sorry, toward the center. And second left should be occupied by N. But it is not possible. So P should placed between R and T, then only he can face center, and second place should be given for N, and the other position is left over for O. Same case here, P should face away from the center and N should be seated outside these two parts, right? Outside these two parts. So I'm taking P here. The second left should be placed here for N and the other position left over for O. I have merged all these points in the one shot. Okay, understood? Okay, then I have last points which says that M is sitting third to the left of T. Okay, T first, second, third. Okay, third to the left of T is already occupied by N. So this possibility is cancelled out. Here, first, second, third position is vacant for M, so this possibility is considered. And the next point, the immediate neighbor of T faces opposite directions. T neighbor should face opposite direction. Here, one neighbor of T is facing away from the center, so other neighbor of T should face towards the center. Okay. And the next point, M and R facing opposite direction. Here R is facing away from the center. So M should face towards the center. N faces same direction as O. Okay, here O is facing towards the center. So N should face towards the center. Okay, clear? This is the right arrangement and this is the cancelled out arrangement. Up to this, everyone clear? Yes, okay. Now, I will end this session and tomorrow's session will also be continued by me and I will continue this seating arrangement. And if possible, I will take another topic, okay? Okay, this is all about today's class. I hope you all liked and you are understood these questions, right? Okay, then I'm going to end this session and this session is continued tomorrow. Okay. Yes. Thank you for the appreciation, Shweta. Thank you so much. Thank you, Basraj. Thank you so much. See you in the next class. Bye. Good night. Have a great day. Bye.